Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see how that sounds. Voice, audio. There we go.
Okay,
Okay,
it's
it's
happy
happy
now.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. Voice audio is happy. Okay. Um. All right. Sick. Okay. So I cleaned all those Atari cases we did yesterday, and they're drying. I just did that. But in the meantime, we got in all our lasers for the PlayStation, so we're gonna do lasers. I do have a camera for the solder bench, but I don't think my hub can do both the cameras at the same time. I have to pick one. So I might get that set up so you can see it. But this cam should look a lot better now. I got a new cam for it. So let's get a console. Let's see. Oh yeah. Check it out. I can I change my thumbnail after I've this might break some stuff. I got this open in OBS and I'm opening it on my browser. Oh boy. Now our thumbnails, PS2s. Good enough for me. Okay, let's get into these. This one's already missing feet. Not a big surprise. What is a big surprise is it's missing feet and it still has the warranty sticker. Now that's weird. Let's see if we can cut this warranty out. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. And we're going to need our tool, which doesn't have any heads in it. I don't know if I can take the heads out. Let's try. Yeah, that's a good one. Nice thing about these PS2s is they only have the one laser type, so you really can't mess up when it comes to buying new lasers for them. There's not some under these, is there? I don't think there is. These front ones, yeah, they don't have anything under them. It's just stuck. A little dusty. So we just take this off this one. Not too big for that. Yeah, it is. Gotta be careful with that. That's the smallest screw known to man. It's so small. That's one out. Let's get the solder bench up and going. I got a camera for it now, but oh. Okay, it said YouTube was freaking out, but I guess it's fine now. Okay, so old laser's out. PVR 802, we're going to verify that this is that. I don't remember, did the PVR say anywhere on them? They might not. It's one of the. Oh yeah, here we go. Right there. You're not gonna be able to see that, but I wonder if this is good enough to focus that close. Yeah, it's a cheap ass camera. There's no way. Anyways, right here, you're gonna see PVR 802W, and that's gonna tell you it's the right laser. So we got our new one. And we don't have to do much of the solder bench, so this isn't a big deal that the camera's not working tonight, but all we gotta do is take the solder blob off. This is the anti-static blob. This makes it so during transit and stuff that this doesn't get damaged. So we just go over here, get our solder gun, get our solder iron, and our solder sucker. There's a little bit more on there. There we go. And now you'll see that that blob's gone, and there's three pads. You won't be able to see it, but there's three, and all three of them are not touching now. So then we're gonna get our greases and Q-tip or something. Really don't want to use a paper towel. I had a bag of Q-tips and it keeps getting lost. While you're in here, it's always good to clean the drive area and lube everything up. So, lithium grease on the rail here, and we'll also do some on this metal rail here. Like that. Over there, because I'm going to need them again and again and again. And we're going to clean this off real good. And this is going to get some grease too. Ah. There we go. And then, yeah, that's this side, so it'll go like this. So, lift that up. It's going to go in right here. Oh, I think if I remember correctly, I ended up taking both these out last time. Just a lot easier. This is Fight Makes, it's not in the... Yeah, there we go. Stay, stay. Boom. No. There we go. Now we just gotta put this back on, and we're ready to test it. So we won't put any of the feet in yet or anything. We'll just put the lid back on. Make sure that's sitting where it should. Okay, that is how you do a laser in a PS2 Slim. It's very easy. They're pretty cheap. They're like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. And it's always the laser in the Slims. It's always the laser. I have yet to come, I've probably done 100 Slims. Not a single problem other than a bad laser in every single one of them. Usually I got one that, you know, when it comes to consoles, usually got one problem child that I can't figure out, but I'm not kidding you. It's been every single one of these. That's a very safe bet. Very safe bet. Alright. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? This it's not good. There's the power supply. This is. Here's all our games that we gotta test. There's the cases for the rest of the games. And I gotta watch playing the motocross game because last time I got fucking copyright strike playing the motocross game because it's got some dumbass song on it. I couldn't believe it. Can you believe that? It literally copyright strike me for playing motocross. Is that true for all games? Like, if it's got a song in it, like, will it actually just do that to you? Alright, anyways. Bricks plugged in. There we go. Let's change you to this mode. I don't even know what disc I put in there, but I put one in there. Is this not hitting the switch? Sounds like it's not even trying. Alright. That might just be because the switch's not getting hit. Here I am talking about it's always the lasers, and then... where's that switch at? Right here. I'm gonna get no life out of that. Maybe that ribbon cable's not seated good. Let's take a look at that. Take this out. Just take this. Let me get you back to this cam. See what I'm doing. This is the main motor mount. Also, to get this out, I'm gonna have to take at least one of these off in the corner. And then it will come out. And then if this doesn't work, we're going to start wondering if it's the... Ah! Wow! Don't fuck that ribbon cable up. That looks seated good. That looks good. But like the laser doesn't seem to react at all to yeah, I had to take this off last time, so come on, go forward. Ah, come on. That slipped out of that. Yeah, it did. That's why. I need tinier hands. What the fuck? Okay. I had tweezers on this desk literally last night. I'm gonna fucking crash out. I always... The one tool I need is always the one that's just completely just vanished from my workspace as soon as I need it. I did buy a new tweezer set, though. I did. And I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. How exciting. How exciting is that? Okay. Let's drop that guy in right there. We gotta get him on the end of the wow stick, and there you go. That seems in all the way. Might test and see if that button's good. Did I just see that spin? Did this spin? I hear something. Something makes like a motor spin noise, but I don't see anything move. Oh, is that the fan spinning up maybe? It sounds like it. No, that's the fan. So we got no no disc attempt, no disc spin at all. Even when the button's being clicked, this motor doesn't try to move. And that is handled through this and this connector. We can give this a little spray. Because it's not even trying. Might be something I have to look out for now on is, yeah, of course that's not going to do anything if this isn't spinning. Let's see if we can find a similar issue like that. So this guy, this is a Ps2 Slim No disk spin. Yeah, we get no... Okay, well, that's a bad thing to say. So, we know we don't have disk spin. We really have no attempt to read disk. No attempt to read disk at all. Yeah, pushing this button down should make the disk drive, should make this spin to home it, and then the laser should activate. And we're getting none of that. We're getting no laser activation. So let's do a test. We can take this laser back out, and we can see if with the old one it at least spins. And if it doesn't, then we doesn't really teach us too much other than the disk drive doesn't seem to be working at all. But if it does, then we're going to start questioning our new laser. Right? So... So put him there, let's take power off. Put a new laser in, or the old laser back in. Put that right there, let's see if we get... Nope. No life from the drive at all. The laser doesn't try to do anything. This should be the first thing that goes. This should spin. And we get nothing. I wonder if we got a bad switch here. This is hard to do. I need like a third hand. And it needs to be really small third hand too. Yeah, so it won't read the disc. We put a new laser in it, and we realized it doesn't even try to spin the disc at all. So this laser in it might be fine. Yeah, I'm not. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to set this to amperage mode. Put it to milliamps. And we're going to short this and see if it does something. No, I see nothing. No currents flowing through that at all. At all. Maybe it's same side. Maybe it's two same sides. Nope. Right. Let's see if we do... Nope. Yep. I assume these are on the same too. Yeah, so we gotta do this, and then hit the button. Button's working. The button is in fact working. So it's not the button's fault that this isn't working. Let's investigate further. So let's take the laser back out. Pins look okay. That's that top plastic piece, so we gotta put that back when we put it back together. Let's not forget that. So we're good there. This is the new laser, so let's not get them messed up. Okay, and let's put these over here so we don't lose them. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know which one. Oh, that's the other plastic piece. Coming on out. So it might be this motor, because I think step one of the laser working is the motor. Like, if we take... Let's try this. This is an easy way to figure out the motor. So, plug everything back in. Here. Get this cable into the laser. We'll stick with the old laser for now, so we're not mixing with the good new one. Right? Okay. And then I'm going to hold this button and press this button. Oh. I'm going to plug it in first. That'd be smart. And I'm going to hold this button saying it's been homed. And I'm going to press this. Nothing. No life at all. Huh. It's so weird. Check the lid sensors. Is there more than one lid sensor? Is that what's throwing me off here? I don't think there is. Like... It's just this one. It's gotta be just that one. Where else would they even... Oh wait, there's one right here on the front, ain't there? It's the lid sensor too. This sensor might be bad as well. This one easily could be bad. Look how much, there's so much junk in there. Okay, I can see the pads for this, so let's see if this is activating or not. We can do that with this probe here. So, just lay it down. We're going to touch that to that pad, touch this to this pad. Yeah, this should be making a noise, and it's not. No noise. Should be beeping at us, so let's see if we can just fix that by cleaning it. Just click in, click in, click in, click in, click in. Hopefully it's cleaning that electronic connection in there. And now if we take these, which are beeping, if there's continuity, and we put them on here. Nothing still. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Come on. Okay. Probably just too much dirt and grime in that button. So we can take this lid off. We just gotta undo some solder at the solder bench, which I have a camera for, but it's not exactly fully set up yet. So you're just gonna have to bear with me, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can solder this like that. That's just so small. Oh, that's not hooked into that anymore, huh? Damn, man. What an unfortunate part to fail. Literally the smallest part you can possibly have. It's just the sense switch on the front. You know, I can make a real easy fix here, and it's called a braid of wire that goes across those two pads. Here, let's see if that does it. If I we already tested this with the back one, and we confirmed that the back laser sensor works just fine, right? So, we're going to turn this back on. Oh, do I have this in backwards? Yeah, I do. There we go. So, we're going to hold that one down, and we're going to short this one and see if it works. Man, I keep turning it off because the button's on the other side. That's really annoying. Can you stop? Well, I don't know if we can do this. I don't have enough hands. We have verified that that button works, and we know that this one doesn't. So, maybe our best course of action is just a small piece of wire that shorts these two pins and gets this guy back up and running again. So we'll do a really crude one first, and then I'll make it better if it works. How about that? This is just to see if this is going to do anything for us or not. That is some bad work there, but we did it. Okay. Let's see if we got continuity now between that. Okay. And I put that in there. Put that out. So now on these pads, it should show continuity. And it does. So if we plug this in here, let's see if we get it to attempt to read a disk now. So power on. There it goes. It's spinning this. And then it's going to wait for that to hit, and then the laser's going to activate. So there it is. This just had a bad front switch. This front switch was not activating when it should. And we're going to do that solder job a lot better now that we know that that's the problem. Alright? Okay. So we literally need, like, I need to order, like, really malleable little pieces of wire, like patch wire for this type of stuff. But I don't have it. This is the original laser. We're going to see if this laser just works, because now we know that the laser wasn't the problem all along. It was just the fact that the switch wouldn't turn it on. So first one out of the bat, we bought lasers for, and it wasn't even the laser. But, you know, that's what happens. I need my side cutters, and let's fix that real fast. So, I'm sorry. Cut you like in half. Oh, thank you all. Okay. That's cool. Okay, how would I want to do this? I can just melt this little plastic part right here. Like that. And then just bridge it. So you might be asking, is this defeating the fact that now the disc will try to spin every time? No, PlayStation just had redundant checks for that. There's just 2 checks for some reason. So it still will not spin up, alright? If it doesn't, if both of the checks are not met, it still will not spin up unless the back lid says it's closed. There we go. I think that will do it. Let's see. No. Still not making a connection on the other side. Might be in a pain in my ass. Now it is. Yep, there we go. I don't know how much these parts are, but I'm sure they're not expensive. But I don't have them. Well, they could be expensive, you know. I don't know who's out there making these little parts.
So now that fits in there fine. We gotta snip a little bit more off that piece of metal for it to sit in there how it should. Like that. And now, plug this back in. Plug that back in. Plug this back in. Button still works. Now we get spin there. Okay. So now let's reassemble this with the original laser, because it seems like the laser wasn't the problem to begin with, to be completely honest. Let's see if we got a good laser here. And if we don't, then we'll replace it still, but we gotta put these plastic pieces back in. They always want to come out. And who knows, it might have done this a long time ago, so this might be a nice laser. Let's get our, I just bought it. Yep. I got this little precision pick set. And this is going to make this so much easier for me to place these little parts. So there's a little plastic part, and this little plastic part sits right here. This might be the bottom one. Is this the bottom one? I don't think so, though. I think this is the top one. No, this is the bottom one. Sits like that. And then this one sits the other way, right in there. Like that. And then we got to get this to sit in its home, which is like that. And then these two little pieces of metal hold it in. 1 and 2. Like that. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. And there's one. The other one always wants to pop out because now it's got force against it, holding it in. You gotta hold it. So the sad part is going to be when we get this all back together and the laser's still shit. But we might as well find out if the laser's shit or not. Okay, discs. Let's find out. So this can sit how it's supposed to now, like that. We can turn the console on. I can get you to game mode. You can see the PlayStation start to launch. What's going on here? Oh. Well, we didn't get that in the groove how we should have. Promise you guys I've done this before. So let's just take this side out. Can we get away with just taking one side out and get that back in the track? No. No, we cannot. Take both sides out. In the track, please. There we go. And how many of these did I say I was doing to do tonight? These usually take me like only a little bit each, and at least once I have the part. You got, if you didn't watch the other stream, the first stream I ever did, what we did first was diagnose the fact of what was wrong with these, because we had an idea what was wrong with them, just based on what the guy who gave them to us to fix said, but we always verify. Trust but verify. Because you never know. Alright, so up and into the groove. Just hold it. Get your little piece in there. Put the screw in. Okay, now let's try that again. Let's see if we get good movement. Yeah, great movement. Do we have a good laser? Seems to be struggling. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just put the new laser in. I wanted to give it a shot. In case we had a good laser. But no, we got a bad laser. I mean, they're old. There was always bad in these. So get that out. New laser. What am I doing? Let's get the rail in. And let's get this plugged in, our cable. And then we're going to make sure that plastic piece is where it should be. And it is. And then this time we're going to make sure it's in the rail, like that. And then we're going to put these back in. Like so. Alright, new laser installed. See how fast that is? When you don't have a problem, it's really fast. Put the disc in, turn it on. Yeah, that's happier already. That's reading the disc right away. So we had a bad laser and a bad switch in this one. Bad front switch. There. Let's make sure it loads this. As much as I want to be done holding this button. Make sure the okay, yeah, we're good here. Yeah, progress bar did move up, so that's good enough for me. So, when you do PS2s, you have to do all the different types of disc. Next disc is going to be PS1 disc. Reads PS1 disc. Do you guys have the audio? No, you don't. Now you got PS1 audio. At least you should. Or PS2 audio. Let me see. Yeah. And I have it too now. I gotta turn that down. I don't want to double hear it. Alright, so this one's good now. It just had one more problem than they usually do. Alright. And it's going to play the movie, should pop up print. Yep, okay. Amazing, amazing. So this one's done. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alright, let's get these screws back in. Alright, let's do these with the drill. Because the drill don't mess around. Make sure everything is as it should be. Everything looks good. Now let's see what we broke by putting the screws in. Make sure everything's still kosher. Yep, we get this spin now, which we didn't get before because that front switch was not working. And this also has a new laser in it. So it will pop up parental controls. Because this is like a PG movie. Yep. Amazing. One done. One done. Oh, we gotta put the feet back in. It was missing a few feet as well, but we gotta put the feet back in. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it was missing a single foot. Which sucks, but oh well. It's going down. 4 to go. Alright. Now that we know that issue, I mean, we might want to check these off for that. What the shit is this? There's a 24 pack of Pepsi sticker on the bottom of this. What is that? Okay. Come out of there. Oh, it's because I'm doing the wrong one on this. Being an idiot. Someone's been in this one before. The sticker's cut out. That's always interesting to see. That means, let's see what we're going to see on the inside. Might be something we're not expecting. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. If you have a console you're working on yourself, if you'd like me to work on one of yours. I've done hundreds of these. PS2s, PS3s. I don't really do modern stuff like PS5s or the new Xboxes or anything, just because I don't do micro soldering very much, but I do everything else. Everything else. Mostly old stuff. The older, the more I want to do it. Alright, there it went. You just gotta be careful taking this off. Come on. I don't want to break you. Why are you being a pain in my ass? He's a pain in my assholes. Ah, come on. That metal piece even came out, and that one's usually the pain in the butt. I really don't want to break the case, bro. What is your problem? I have all 6 screws out, and you want to hold on in this corner. There. Just scared me. I didn't want to hurt you. Alright? I didn't want to hurt you. Especially because you're so fragile. Alright, so that goes this way, right there. Alright, let's see if we get disc spin when we turn on, and if I hold both of these. No way, it's got the same problem. Just a dirty switch. Well, let's move this back so that it has the center. Yeah, it's not moving at all. Has this one got the same problem? Yeah, it definitely can. I always clean it off with some with a Q-tip, and then I put some white lithium grease, some new white lithium grease on the rail. But on this one, thanks for the question, by the way, Cellbats. On this one and the last one tonight, which is I don't have these problems that often. It's been these buttons. There's 2 buttons, one here and one here, that tell the console that the lid's closed. And one of them has been malfunctioning on both of them. We're going to find out which real quick by checking with the multimeter, doing a... So on yours, are you not reading discs as well? And is it a PS2? See if this one works. This is hard to do. It's too small of a space. Got my hands. Gotta get my hands just right. Ah, stop it. Yeah. I really hope it's not this back button, because this is the one that I don't know how I would replace. No, I'm not getting continuity on it either. Dang it. Come on, man. Let's see if I'm getting continuity on the sides. Okay, that's touching now. We're going to try to spray some cleaner in there. Let's see if we can test this one real fast on the front. Just got to pull it out like that, and then flip and see if we can. Okay, so the front switch definitely not working. So let's get a piece of metal and short that. Let's see if we can get the disc to spin then, because then we know that the back one's working if it'll spin then. So like, we're just gonna get a piece of metal and bend it. Actually, we can just use these Q-tips. I can hold that one down. I can short this one. Yep. See how it moved? Pure lithium grease can damage the plastic over time. Yes, that is true.
There's so I use two greases. I use super lube. I use super lube and I use white lithium grease. So the lithium grease I use on this part. Some people will say to use super lube on. I have the super lube. I literally had it out a second ago. I don't know where it went. This place is such a mess right now. But anyways, yeah, you can use super lube on this and then lithium grease on this because it's just metal on metal, even though it's got like a rubber top. So this is a second console in a row now that our issue has been this front button. Just being gummed up and not making a good connection. So honestly, because this is redundant, like you have this switch and this switch to make sure the lid's closed, I've just been shorting them because no one's ever going to know anyways, and the guy that I fix these for is not going to care if I short them. So I'm sure if you're asking me these more intense questions on the OG Xbox that you already have done just basic Q-tip with alcohol on it. But you got to think, OG Xbox is what, getting to be 20 years old or so. So the lasers are going bad. I have an OG Xbox laser right here. I have like 3 OG Xboxes that need new lasers. If you do, it's easy to put new lasers in these. The top comes off, you can get right to the drive. So it's not like a crazy disassembly. Here, let me change this. Yeah, there's your OG laser. The laser you want in almost all of the OG Xboxes is a HOP 141X. HOP 141X. And it should be labeled somewhere on the laser. It's always hard to find. I also appreciate your Louis Rossmann Clippy. I haven't done that, but I did see the video. We're all changing the Clippy, and I was Clippy. I need to change back to Clippy. Okay, I can't find it on there, but they're almost all HOP 104. So let me fix the switch, and we're going to see if that laser's any good. And it probably is. I'll wait on that to heat up. I actually have a solder station cam, but I found out when I hooked it up, because I literally just got it today, the cam, that my hub can't support both cameras at the same time, so I need another hub. So I got that. I'm going to get that tomorrow. And then I'll be able to turn this cam on and show you what I'm soldering on the solder bench. But for now, you're just going to have to take my word for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just a switch. This is the second one in a row that's just been the switch, causing the laser not to go. We'll see. Well, on the other one, it was both. The switch wouldn't go, making the laser not turn on, and the laser was weak. Yeah. Yeah, on the OG Xboxes, they're all the 141Xs, right? Unless it's a super weird one. Okay, so now throw this down. Okay. I must have not got a good bridge on it because it's not wanting to go now. And we definitely know that. Let's see. Yeah, we need to redo that solder joint.
let's get it proper done. I did it real quick, and because I hate being over here when you guys can't see me. But I need to just do it the right way. That. Yep. I think we got good connection this time. Let's test it real fast before I clip off my end and then I have to redo it. Yeah, I use capacitor legs usually to do this because I don't have just like a spool of random wire and it makes it easy to manipulate. So let's see now if we plug this in. There we go. So, what was going on is it wouldn't read diffs, and that wasn't because the laser wasn't spinning. Well, that wasn't because the laser wasn't working, that was because the laser wouldn't even spin. And that's because these front switches go bad, and these front switches detect if the disk lid is down. But they're redundant, there's two of them. And because there's two of them, we can really take the one out of the equation and it's still safe. Those switches are so small and they don't make them anymore, so it's not gonna, hey look, it's reading that one. So this is the original laser, we didn't even have to replace this one. We'll go through all the discs and make sure it reads them all now. I usually try to clean the switch, but that's 2 for 2 that I cleaned and it still didn't work, and I ended up just bridging and now it works fine, so. Alright, so when you test PS2s, you got to do a few different types of discs, right? You got to do a blue disc, which is what this crappy game is. You got to do, well, I don't know if you have to do a DVD and a gold disc, but I always do. I do a DVD, I do a PS1, here's a gold, this is Guitar Hero 5, and then a movie. So I make sure that at least we get this far with all of them. Especially with this one that I did, because this is the original laser, and I don't want to put a product out there with a bad laser. So, restart. Let's see if it reads the movie. It's struggling. It's struggling with the movie. We might just end up putting the new laser in it just to be sure. Yep, it's not doing it. It's not liking that. It's struggling to do that, which is fine because I bought new lasers. I figured I was doing new lasers on all these anyways, so we're just going to do it because I much rather sell these products with new lasers anyways. So first of all, let's go clip this end off so we can put it back, so now we know that that works good and that's a solid connection. So clip. There we go. So we've defeated that switch. That's not going anywhere anytime soon. There, that's down in there as it should be. Okay, and taking these lasers out is really easy. It's just the rail. Come on. And the front and back there. Metal pieces. And then the metal pieces can come out. And then the whole laser will slide out. And then flip this up. Take it out. This is our old laser. Got our new ones right here. New laser. The new lasers have solder blobs on them, so we have to take off the solder blob. Solder blob's been taken off. We're gonna do our lithium grease. If I can find where my Q-tip ran off to. I don't know where it ran off to. And I gotta find that super lube, because that stuff's good. That stuff is what I use on pinball machines too. The super lube is awesome on those. Okay. Where did my Q-tip run off to? It was like my last one too, man. I'm gonna have to go get more. I'll just run up and get more. I gotta go get a few Q-tips so I can put that on there. I'll be right back. Be quiet, you. Okay. We're gonna lithium grease this rail real good. Oh my gosh, this thing just loves beeping. And yeah, I don't know where my super lube ran off to. I have them both down here. Yeah, I use the super lube on pinball machines too. The electrical mechanicals, I work on a lot of arcade and pinball machines, and the electromechanical wheels, they do best with the super lube. Because it's not conductive. Okay, new laser. Meet your new friend here. And we'll put white grease on this rail. Put that back in. So this is going to be our second console in a row tonight. Yeah, I found some. That had the same problem where... Oh, don't come out of there. Not only did it have a bad laser, but it also had a bad switch. Alright, there we go. So let's try the discs again. Again. Let's try the movie. Let's change you back to game mode so you can see the screen. Turn it on. Hold the button. We got disc spin. And that looks a lot happier. A lot happier. And it's going to play the movie now. Sick. Okay, let's do the other disc now. So we gotta try Guitar Hero. That is the hardest disc to read because it is a gold disc. This is what the later discs are. They're like God of War and stuff. I think this is the highest compacted disc. Yep, good. And when I take these to the guy I fix them for, that's really the only thing he checks, is he makes sure that that read that so fast. Alright. Sick. Alright, this one's done. Back together it goes. Take off the sticker, it says that's got a bad disk drive. Okay, and everything's happy in there, everything's greased up, everything's ready to go. Here we go. Thankfully, these are super easy to get back together. It's just 6 screws. Nothing like the dreaded fat Ps2s, which we have a few to do of those as well. I hate doing those because it sucks. So we're 2 for 2 tonight on Ps2s. Thanks for joining in. This is a cool one, it's silver. And someone had been in this one before, because the tape had been cut. Let me get you back to the screen you should be at. And someone had been in this one before because the tape had been cut. Look at this, some sort of Pepsi stickers on it too, I don't know what that's about. It looks like this came off of, I don't know what the hell's going on there. But, alright, now that it's back together, we test it one more time, make sure we didn't break anything, putting the case back on. Put a game in. And we're reading discs. So that's another one fixed up. So if you watch the first, if you go back and watch, or if you were there, watch the first stream I did 2 days ago, I tested all these and figured out what they needed, and pretty much all of them needed lasers.
So, big ass bug. What's going on? Okay. I don't know what that was. Okay, next one. So you see I'm not testing these. I'm just immediately going to taking them apart, and that's because I already tested them in a previous stream and verified that they all have something wrong with them. They wouldn't be down here really if they didn't have anything wrong with them, because the guy who gives me these to fix wouldn't give me one. But I always like to verify the issue before I go shooting the parts cannon at it. What was I looking at? I don't know what you mean by that. I went and put the console in the done pile and got another one. That's what you're talking about. Okay, we got all 6 screws out, and this one's completely missing its cover for the warranty, so someone's definitely been in this one before. Oh! No, this one's different. The warranty sticker's on the back. No one's been in this. They're usually on the bottom. There we go. And then this hinge is always a pain in my ass. There. Okay. Let's see what this one does. Does it try to read the disc? Yes, it does. Okay, so this one just had a bad laser. That makes our job so much easier. This is a weird one. I haven't been in one of these. I'm assuming it still has the same laser though. Guess we'll find out real fast, won't we? If it's different. Okay, so now this will come out. Old laser out. Looks the same as the other ones. No, this is a KHM 430. KHM 430, so this is not going to work with these. These are KHM 308. 308. So let me see if that's compatible. It might just be straight up compatible, but it might not be. So KHM, or let's just ask chat. Well, let's see if the cable size is the same, because if the cable size is the same, then we're good, right? Well, if it's not the same, then we're definitely not good. Yeah, it's definitely the same. Can I replace a Ps2 Slim KHM 430 with a PVR 802W? Enter. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna have to get a different laser for this one. Yes, in most cases you can. Okay, we're cool. We're cool. The forums say go ahead and do it. Awesome. Get this to heat back up. We gotta get off the solder blob. solder blob removed. Ignore that. Okay. We're gonna lube this up. Not too much though. Let's get that kind of cleaned off. We're gonna lube this up over here because well, it's dirty too. There we go. Boom. Alright, now we're going to put grease on this. On the rail. Grease that up really good. Boom. Shakalaka. No new thermal paste. You mean unlike the CPU? No. Only because, these are for these console fixes are for a local game store, and he just pays me to get it working again. Because I think he sells them on Whatnot and stuff like that. Like, he isn't paying for, he isn't selling them as fully chopped or whatever. Oh, I gotta hold this one too, don't I? So, I just do the bare minimum, just getting it working again. Yeah, that's what I want. That's all he wants. So, he pays me, he says, hey, all these don't read this, make them read this again. That's it. So, sends me, I tell him all the lasers I need, and, I get them working again. I just did, I just posted a video today. I literally did it earlier today. This was probably one of my coolest fixes. Well, my rarest fix. I have a TurboGrafx 16 with a CD player and everything. I don't know where he got that thing from, but it is sick. He didn't give me any games, so I couldn't really play it, which sucks, but it was cool to mess with. Okay, so this is all good. This is all done. I wish I had replacement batteries for it at least, because I like to put new I don't have any of these left though. We'll put the lid back on. Okay, and then with the lid on, let's try the other discs. Alright, that read instantly. So that one's good. That's the PS1, right? PS1's read so fast. Yep. Alright. So that one's good. Let's do the blue disc, make sure the blue's good. And I think this test is kind of redundant. I'm pretty sure there's only like 2 lasers in here. There's one for blue and PS1, and the other one's for everything else. So I don't think you really have to do all 5. Just to be safe. Alright, so that's the blue disc. Good. Sick. Movie. can get it fast enough. But there it goes. Yep. Cool. Alright, that's another one done. Well, not fully done. We gotta put the case screws back in it. So, Cellbats, what do? You just repair your own stuff for fun? Or do you do some, try to make some money doing this type of stuff? This one was missing some feet, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to go back in the VOD and make sure I didn't lose them, but pretty sure. Oh, and what do we always do? What do we always want to do once we've done something like this? We want to make sure it's still good. Real quick. Just real quick. Because you never know. Well, this isn't really true for these, but it's definitely true for like the DS's and stuff. You put it back together, and sometimes a screw makes a cable come out, or something, or there it goes, DVD video. It doesn't like reading this DVD. Let's try a game again. I hate that it went to that screen. I'll launch that game right now. Okay. This little thing says push. I don't know why. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's 3 out of 3, right? We got 2 to go in the Slims. For everyone's information, this had no feet. No feet to begin with, so when I ask you later where the feet are at, you can tell me it doesn't have any. Didn't have any to begin with. Okay, this one's got tape on the back. Looks like it's never been opened, which is always a good sign that we got an easy laser fix here. What is that? Some big ass bug got in here somehow. Alright. Oh yeah, this laser looks absolutely cooked. I don't even need to test this. Well, actually, let's make sure it at least moves. And it does. It's just... this laser's toast, man. Absolutely cooked. Get our wow stick. Okay, new laser.
first, we're going to grease up everything. Grease this up. Grease the rail over here. A little bit of grease on this rail. Not a lot though. Just a little. Just a little. Alright, now we gotta take the solder blob off just in time for this to go to sleep. Fantastic. Now we gotta wait. Okay. It's usually so easy. Why am I struggling? There we go. Okay. See how we're doing now. Tutorial 5, change cam, on. Gonna read it now? Oh, it's reading it now. Just took it a minute though, which I don't like. Yeah, it's reading it now. Okay. Let's see if that was a fluke thing. It might have just been because it was getting used to getting the lube all spread out on there and everything. Okay, let's put the case back in. Okay, and put that back in. Right into it. Okay. Yeah, that was a fluke thing. Scared me for a second though. Bunch more trash. Trash can. And that's gonna play Guitar Hero. Alright, so let's go through all the discs. We'll do movie next. Or actually, yep, we'll do movie next. Let's do that. Alright. That seemed to take a minute.
Okay, it did go into it. It didn't go to the home screen, which is my level of satisfaction. If it doesn't go back to the home screen, I'm happy. If it does, and then loads the game, that's no good. Especially with the new laser, it should not be doing that. Hmm. Is he gonna eventually read it? Maybe we just need to clean the new laser. Maybe it's just a little dirty. Yeah, because it read it. It's reading it eventually. What is this? PS1 game? What are you doing? Yeah, it's PS1 game. Read it right away that time. Show it. Show me the logo. There you go. Blue this time. Right away. Alright. Okay. Let's make sure it's still good. Once we put the case in, we always make sure it's still good with at least one disc. Yep. Still good. Okay. That's another one done. And I brought them both out. Here it is. This one's still got the this one's still got the original sticker on it too. Alright, this one has them all the feet. Alright, let's see if we get at least... Yep, it tries. So we know it just needs a laser. New laser.
Let's get some more lithium grease all over this. That was way too much. I always want to drop it. Okay. Oh shit. I got so ahead of myself I didn't plug the... This is what happens when you do a bunch of these at once. You always... Last one you're gonna forget something. This is the 5th one I've done. Ah, come on. I get a lot of people that join the stream at the very beginning. That's happened like every time now. I wonder what they're looking for. You know, like, do you think people like sit there and browse like the new started streams and look like for something freaking crazy? Like, I remember there's a guy on Twitch. This is way back in the day. There used to be this guy on Twitch. He would stream himself in like a hotel room, and he was like some sort of like oil worker or something, like out on a you know what I mean, oil barge, oil rig. So he made a shit ton of money. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this again. Some talking. And it would be like the most wild freaking streams you've ever seen. He'd be like hammered or high or like just out of his mind, batshit crazy. And I remember in high school, my friends used to send me links to that all the time. It was so funny. One time he threw a chair through the window at the hotel, and the stream ended. Bro. That was back when Twitch was lit. Never knew what you were going to see on there. That was the fucking shit, man. Back when we had TeamSpeak and Mumble and just kind of hung out and played like what, Legacy Rust? Alright. Let's try that again now. Alright. See if it'll read a disk. Happy. Let's make sure we actually get past the screen there. And this is all the slim stuff. I don't know if I want to go so far as to start doing fats tonight or not. I only have 3 of them to do, but okay, that's good enough. Make sure we read PS1 game, and then a movie. There's the gold disc, the hardest one to read. Okay, this one takes a while to read the movie too. So maybe the movie's just dirty. Probably got fucking grease on it or something. Yeah, but it's reading it. Yeah, I think I should be done for tonight, because I still have to wrap some stuff up to ship out before I go to bed. And I want to shower. Nope. Make sure it's still reading discs. And that one's done. Done. That's how fast you can do 5 laser replacements. How long did that take me? How long is this video so far? 2 of them had that switches too, so it wasn't just that. How do I still have so many screws out of this? Is that just being lazy? I guess so, because it's only These front panel ones. Come on. Ah! No! Fell in the freaking console. Gotta be kidding me. It's not gonna come out either. It's like it is the smallest hole it fell in. Oh. Okay, let's take this out. Don't make me take this apart, man. Well, it's really just these three to take the bottom off. There you are. Jesus Christ. Can you believe that? This was supposed to be done by now. And here I am, messing with the damn. Okay. Oh boy. Let's change this to the view you want. So let's get this back together. Me and these screws are gonna fucking beef in a second. We got see that is not it's not going in as it should. Are you supposed to do it under? No way, right? No way, right? Oh, it's just not sitting in there right. That's the problem. Where are you sitting in here, right? Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alright, we're not doing this again. If I drop this back in, I'm gonna freak out. It goes in right there. No. There. Oh, Lordy. Okay, So next we need the wow stick. We need to plug this in. So let's get the other, this is the slim power supply that we've been using up to this point. We can put that away. And we can get a fat power supply. And all we need to do is open the drive and turn it off. And turn it off. And now there it is. And then to get this guy out, it's just these screws. This one looks recently lubed, I'm not gonna lie. And we can verify that this is a KHS 400C, which is what we have new ones of. This one's sweet, crank it up. We can start by lubing the rails in here. Honestly, I wouldn't even lube these rails. Their lube looks fine. It's very liquidy still and happy. Maybe some guy went in here and re-lubed them already, thinking that would fix the problem. Do these have solder globs? This one? No, it does not. This does not have a solder blob. So we just go like, oh, where do we put that one? We gotta take this part off. Gotta take the little track off. Put him on the new one. Ta-da. Like that. Now we just got 2 screws to put back in. And we can start testing it. Okay. So power on. Let's give it video. Give it disc. Did we have? Where's the lid? Let's give it a little thingy-mabobber.
it get there eventually? It does. Usually the first time around it takes it a minute. Might need to clean that laser head. Might have gotten it dirty. Does it post after the screen? Oh yeah. It always wants to go to the main screen first. I hate it. I don't like that. I like it to work better than that, but it is working, so I can't complain too much. Maybe that disc is just dirty. Let's see how this one does. Oh shit. There we go. Read it, brother. It's a new laser. There it goes. Yeah, this one just takes a while. Even with the new laser, it takes a while. But it reads it. That's enough for me. Ah! Pop up PS1. That'd be enough for me on that. PS1's usually pretty easy. Yeah, it even takes a long time to read PS1 disc, man. Is that just the FATs, or the FATs just take forever? Now, benefit of the doubt on him. He's seen some shit. Yeah, there it is, PS1 disc. It's all got rings from one of these consoles. Alright. Oh, we did that one already. We need to do the movie. Here it is. Did I have that backwards the whole time? Maybe that's what it was. Let's see if it reads better now. Put this back on. There we go. And then 4 screws. There it is. Ah.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Alright. This one's done. That's another one done.
This console is nasty. Yeah, that laser does not even attempt to do anything. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing a bunch of laser replacements here. Oh man, that was in there. Another 400C. We need a little piece off of it. Okay. Where's our junk laser pile? Here's our new laser. The other thing we want to do is find where our Q-tips went. The new one. It's fine. And we're going to white lithium grease the rail. I'm just going to clean as much dust out of here as we can, just real quick. The left one, because they're different sizes. Right one goes in right there like that. New laser. These have pads, but they've all seemingly been taken off already, so you don't have to worry about that. Almost forgot. I'm gonna put this back. Put this on the new one. There we go. Now this can go down like that. Sick. Let's see, it's charged. That is apparent. Alright, that's a new laser installed.
Okay, we can actually turn the iron off. Let's see if we're reading this now. Try that again. That seems to be reading. That big ass bug is still on. Get out of here, bug. So I gotta read. Dude, what is this fucking bug in here, bro? And why won't this read this disc? You has a new laser. You should read the disc. No, I don't want to read the disc. It's spinning. Let's try a different disc. Let's see if we'll read any of them, because that will tell us that maybe it's just not plugged in all the way or something. It didn't even spin that. It did not even spin that. Did we check? Was that one a 400C as well? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. That's one 400C. There should be another one sitting around. Right here. Yep. See if we can just clean the laser a little bit. No. It says no. It says I'm not happy. Okay, let's see if that's just not plugged in all the way. Well, we're getting a laser, aren't we? Like it's trying. Yeah, definitely trying.
let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, that cable is just not seated all the way, I think. Come on, Reed. It's okay. These fats seem to take a little bit. No. Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't like it. Huh. We'll try a different one, see if it'll read any discs. See the laser moving. So it knows there's a disc in there, it knows something. Is it ever gonna do anything? Let's try a different disc. It's not even trying. Still not even trying. Huh. That laser's doing something weird. It's flinching even when it's not supposed to be doing anything. I can reseat that cable one more time, but this console might have something further wrong with it that needs investigated. That looks fully seated in there. I mean, it looks fine. All right. Okay. There we go. Try it again. Yeah, it should spin it a lot faster if it knows what it is. And it's not. It's not doing that. Yeah, it's just doing this weird. Now, we can try one thing. I have seen that adjusting this pin back here can do something sometimes. So let's do that and see if... No spin. Huh. With the new laser, by the way, we're still not getting disc read. Oh, now you don't want to open. You got all sorts of problems, Buster. You got some issues, huh? Seems that way. Maybe you got a weak power supply or something. I might try a new power supply in this. I have a few. This one's really rusty though. So it could really be anything on this poor guy. Probably do the other PS2 tomorrow. I got one more fat to do. One more fat after this one. Probably leave it at this. Because it's too late. It's getting late. It's midnight now. So we did 5 slims and 1 fat. This one's not done, and we had another one. I was going to try to get them all done, but that's a good amount. And we did what was it? TurboGrafx. That was pretty fun. Yesterday we did some Ataris. I'll be doing the rest of the Atari boards probably later this week. Tune in for that, for some Atari boards. If you want to buy an Atari bundle, check out my eBay store. It's the same name as my YouTube. I'm selling Atari bundles, a bunch of games, and a completely refurbished console for $169.99. If you mention that you were on the stream or you watched the video, I'll probably double the amount of games I give you. I think I'm giving 5 or 6 right now. I'll give you 10. I got tons of games, so